Happy Friday, everybody. We are a week and a half out from Christmas. Can you guys believe it? I still have so much to do, but I have committed this Christmas to be a no stress Christmas. I'm going to be doing what I can and letting go of the rest. This season is just so important to me as a Christian that I refuse to let anything steal my joy this holiday season. So, that is my commitment, is to stay joyful. My name is Maureen Rolfes. I am coming to you from Middle Tennessee in the United States. I'm also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. We're here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and it is cool. It's cloudy. It's going to get up, I think today, maybe in the low 50s, but it's cloudy and breezy, so it's a little cool. I walked out there a minute ago, and yeah, I could use a little warmer weather, but I'm not complaining. I know people are sub-zero right now in places, so it is what it is. And I want to make sure I'm in the right place, which I am. So yay to all of that. If you're hopping on, please say hello. Let me know how the weather is by you. And I'd love to know how close you are to being ready for Christmas, because yeah, you're probably all ahead of me. Anyway, let me see. I am coming to you again from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I am here to help you learn tips and tricks for paper crafting and card making that'll make it easier for you. And I'm also here to help you, encourage you to send out those beautiful projects to somebody else to encourage them and make their day. So please be sure to let me know if you stopped by. And if you're watching on the replay, let me know that also. Let me see what else I want to tell you this morning. I got some notes over here that I don't want to forget anything. As always, I will be drawing from all of the comments you leave all day today through tomorrow midnight and giving away the project that we make today. I love to know what you think. You guys know I love to hear from you. Once I go down to my table, I won't be able to respond to all your comments, but I will go back and check them all later and respond. I love each and every one of them. So every single comment you make is an entry toward the drawing for the project we're giving away. Hi, Lois. Good morning to you. Congratulations to the winner of my last card. That was Gwen Felton. Hi, Kathy. Glad you're watching. Glenn, I need you to private message me or email me at crazystampinglady@gmail.com your mailing address so I can get that card out to you. And I need that by midnight tonight. If I don't hear from you, I will go ahead and draw a new winner in the morning. Hi, Karen. And nope, you didn't miss much at all. I'm so glad that you're here. Excuse me. So yeah, Gwen, let me hear from you and get your address so I can get that to you. And that was the 4-angle card that we made, that one sheet wonder where we cut the designer series paper apart. So that's the card that Gwen won. Also, if any of you can share this video to a crafty group, a crafty friend, to your home page, wherever you would love to share me, I so appreciate that. It gets me exposure for my small business that I wouldn't otherwise have. And so it means the world to me. And if you do that, let me know and I will give you a bonus entry toward the winning of today's project. I think that's about it right here. Let's turn you around. You'll see my gray skies out there. I'm going to take you down to my table. And I'm pretty sure I'm lined up pretty well today because I didn't move much, but we'll check and see. This is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/Crazy Stamping Lady, which is right where you are right now. You can find me on YouTube under Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. If you shop with me in the month of December, I would so appreciate it. Excuse me. If you use this hostess code on the screen, this hostess code gets me the most benefit for whatever you order and allows me to give the most back to you in giveaways and drawings and gifts and things like that. So I really appreciate it when you do that. If your order is over $150 pre-shipping and handling and tax, then don't use that code, because in that case, you are going to earn some Hostess rewards of your own. I have some cards to share today, guys. I got 2 more beautiful Christmas cards. This first one is from one of the people who's on here, and I thought she'd be on this morning, but I haven't seen her pop on yet. Excuse me again. Sharon Rowland. Look how cute this is. It's just a little Z-fold card. Got a place here for the sentiment, but adorable, adorable. All those little images from that snow globe paper are so cute, and this is just a beautiful card, Sharon. Thank you so much. It brings a smile to my face. And then one more card. This is from my friend Joan in Arizona. You remember my overachieving friend. Look at this card. Holy cannoli, Joan. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All of the detail in here. All of these raised elements. There's glitter, there's shine, there is some shininess on these leaves that she put on there to make them shimmer. Oh, it's so beautiful. And that background embossing folder is gorgeous, Joan. Love, love, love it. And then she always writes a cute verse inside and decorates the inside. Joan, thank you so much. I am putting up my ribbons today with all of my clothespins to hang my cards, and there are a bunch of them already. So it's very exciting for me. So thank you, everyone who thinks of me and sends me a card. Today, I only have one thing I want to go over here with you before we get started, and that is my free monthly virtual card class. I do this every month. It is an appreciation from me to you for ordering from me. All you need to do is place an order in the month of December using my hostess code, and that if that order is $50 or over, you'll get 3 free card kits. $75 or over, you'll get 3 free card kits and a bonus project. $100 and over, you'll get those 3 free card kits, a bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment. Now, just a reminder that most of this uses retired merchandise. I want you to know that. But it is brand new, beautiful merchandise, and you'll be able to recreate those cards using whatever you have on hand. They are straightforward, simple, easy to come together, give you some great layouts for the future. Any smaller order at all will still receive a handmade thank you card from me. And also, all orders are entered into my monthly order prize drawing for a little prize. So I so appreciate you, and that is why I do this. This class will be mailed out on January 2nd because January 1st is a holiday. And our class will actually be held right here in this Facebook page on Monday, January 13th at 11 o'clock a.m. So I hope that you can take advantage of that, and you can watch whether you've ordered or not. Mini catalog, this is in our last chance right now, guys. Tons of things going away. Check out the last chance list online. Be sure that you don't miss out on something you wanted, because there is a ton of product under $10 still out there, which to me is amazing. Annual catalog still going strong. Celebration and mini catalog, these will be starting on January 7th of 2025. Can you believe it? Both Celebration and the mini catalog. And I'm just going to put them here because I want to remind you that if you do not have a demonstrator already that is going to send you one, please contact me if you would like these catalogs. There's no commitment beyond that. I'll be glad to send them out to you. Just contact me with your mailing address at either crazystampinglady@gmail.com, or you can PM me, private message me here on Facebook, or leave a comment and I'll get a hold of you. But I'll be happy to send these out to you come January 2nd in the mail. Okay, guys, let's play today. So I know I've been showing you some quick and easy things for the holidays because the holidays are coming up fast. I think today is going to be my last Christmas focus, and then we're going to move on past that. But I wanted to share with you something that I was doing yesterday. In the middle of all this stress and my commitment to not stress, I decided to color. So I stamped a bunch of images, and I just spent about 3 hours just coloring, and I had so much fun, and it was so relaxing. So we're gonna make one of the cards that I made yesterday with the coloring, and here are the pieces for it, and I'll get those out and share them with you in just a second. But I want to share a couple products that I used on here that are on the last chance list. So these beautiful snowflakes here, these were an online exclusive. They're just called Adhesive Back Snowflake Assortment. They came out in 2023 and they are now on the last chance list. Originally they were $8. They've been reduced to $4.80 while supplies last. So that is a great deal. They come in 3 colors, kind of a bronze, gold, and white, and in 3 sizes. And they are so much fun. So we're going to use these today. You'll see them in action. And then one of my favorite sets from this holiday catalog that I was so hoping would continue, but it is not. It is this one right here, the Christmas labels, which goes with those amazing and delicate Christmas dies, Christmas label dies. Anyway, right now this is on the last chance list. It is not reduced in price. It's $24. I think because it was very, very well loved and they know they're going to sell them out. The dies were $28 and are now reduced to $25.20. But until this catalog goes away, which is what, January 6th, you can still order the bundle, and the bundle together is only $46.75, which is even a better deal than ordering them separate. So check out the last chance list. Get this bundle if it is still there. It is gorgeous, and we're going to be using it today. I'm going to be using, what did I pick out of here? Just the Be Merry, I think. This Be Merry on our card today. So watch for that when I'm putting my card together. And then this is the set we're using. So Very Merry. I loved this when it came out because it shouts coloring. All these little images just say color me, color me, color me. And I love to color. I am kind of sad this is going away too, but it was an online exclusive, and I don't think everyone checks those real often. So make sure you're checking the online exclusives to see what's out there. Stampin' Up! Has so much more to offer than what's in our catalogs. Anyway, this is on the last chance. It was $24. It is right now $9.60 while supplies last. Under $10. It has gorgeous sentiments, peace and joy, very merry, oh, what fun, 'tis the season to be jolly, and then all these great images to color. And we are going to be playing with this today because these are the images I colored yesterday. Okay, guys, I am actually combining that Christmas set with something that is totally not Christmas for our card today. So I'm going to be using a piece of the Country Lace Designer Series paper from the annual catalog, and we're going to be using this eyelet piece here that I think is our basic beige. Let me see if it says that's one of our colors in here. Yep, it is. It's basic beige, and I love the way basic beige goes with our wild wheat cardstock. So it has just a little bit of that golden undertone. So we're going to be using that on our card. I know it's not Christmas, but we're making a Christmas card. But just realize you can combine other products when you're making your cards. And one reason I picked this design with the eyelets is because they reminded me a bit of snowflakes, that whole feeling. And it's kind of etched and worn off in areas and vintagey, which goes with the little Santa Claus we're going to color. So it was perfect in my mind, perfect for this card. All right, guys. So there is my layer of the Designer Series paper. I will put this whole recipe for this back out at the end with my card so you can take a picture of them together, a screenshot. I will also post both the card and this recipe in the description. So be aware that you'll have all that information if you want it. Okay, the piece of Designer Series paper is 3 3/4 by 5 inch. I have a piece of cherry cobbler that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I already stamped my Santa and started coloring him a little bit just so it doesn't take us too long today. But he is stamped with our Memento black ink onto basic white cardstock. I have a base of wild wheat. This is an A2 base, so it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and a white envelope. And then I did do this on the inside of my card. So the reason for my stamping these ahead of time is when you are using Memento Black and you are going to be using the alcohol blends to color them, that black needs to sit for a while. So I hate to stamp it here and then color because I know it's going to bleed. So I always stamp those ahead of time. I'm going to show you my coloring, so I figured you didn't need to see me color this again, and you'll see that when we put this all together. So let's set these aside, and we are going to play with the coloring, my favorite. Okay, so the colors I already used on here, just so you know, is I used the light and dark wild wheat to color Santa's sack here. And I used what we called SU 1000. So about a couple years ago, we came out with all these natural tones and pinks and tans for skin tones. And mine all still work. Now, currently in the catalog, we have sets of 2 blends. So there'll be 2 light, 2 medium, 2 dark. And this I would consider one of the light ones. So if you get that light set, it's going to work. But if you have this, it would work. And also, I really think that if you wanted to, you could use, what is the color? Blushing Bride? Let me look. I'm going to make sure I'm giving you the right name on that. Nope, Petal Pink. We used to have Blushing Bride. Petal Pink. I think that that would also work. But I wanted his little face to be kind of pinky. So I'm using the SU 1000 on there if you have it. And then we're going to finish him off here. So I'm going to do his hat first, and I'm going to use the light cherry cobbler and just fill in. Let me make sure I got the light. Sometimes I grab the wrong one. Yep, I do. And fill in his hat. So I'm just going to color the whole part here. That is his hat. And I love our blends, guys. Oh my gosh, they go on so smooth and beautiful, and the colors blend together just so perfectly. They are my favorite coloring tool, although I do use our markers sometimes, and I do use watercolor pencils and direct to ink watercoloring, so there's lots of coloring choices, but the blends are my favorite. Remember, these are alcohol, so they become permanent, so you want to be sure if you're doing on some surface you're worried about that you put a piece of paper underneath them if they bleed through. They usually won't bleed through that first time you color, but as you build up the color, which is what I'm going to do here right now. So I'm coming back in with the dark cherry cobbler, and I'm just adding some of that along some of the edges here. And I'm also going to add a little bit along the sides of these different sections, just like that. So when you do that, you're adding another layer, and then I'm going to come back in with my light cherry cobbler and go over all of those edges and kind of blend that in. So as you're doing this, you're building up several layers of color, and then they just all blend together seamlessly to give you that little bit of shadowing, the light and the dark. But you can see then the colors do start to come through the back. So you want to be really careful of whatever surface you're doing it on. I love the glass mat because if any of it goes through, I'm just going to be able to wipe it up with no trouble. And now I'm going to use the light granite gray, and I'm just going to come in and put a little bit of highlighting on his sideburns and his mustache and along the edges of his beard. Just to make it stand out a little bit and not just be plain white. I want it to still be white, so I'm not coloring the whole thing in, but I'm just giving it a little of that definition by going lightly along the edges of his beard. Just like that. So now Santa's got a cute little beard. And then we are going to take Shy Shamrock. Now, I don't normally think of Shy Shamrock as a Christmas color, but when I was playing yesterday, I decided it really is. It came together so beautifully on this card. So I'm going to start with the light, and it's going to take me a second because I'm going to go along the edge here. I don't want to go into any of those colored areas already. So I'm going to just take my time a little bit here to make sure I'm staying in the lines and not ruining my cute little Santa here. But we're going to use this Shy Shamrock as our background color. And I think you'll agree with me when I'm done that it works perfect for the holidays. I can't wait to use it like for St. Patrick's Day and spring too, because I think it works for those. But it kind of surprised me how well it worked with these rich colors. So I'm just coming in here now. We're just coloring it. Don't worry if it looks like there's a few lines in here as we go and we blend this all together. Those are all going to go away and it's going to be gorgeous. So let me know what your favorite coloring tool is in the comments. I would love to hear. Does everyone like the blends, or do you like the markers, or are you a watercolor pencil gal, or do you like to just watercolor with our inks? I would really love to hear your favorites, or if there's anything you would like to learn. Let me know that too, and I can look at doing that in the future. So there is our background. Look how that makes Santa pop. But we're going to add some more color to this. And for this one, I decided I just really wanted to highlight him, to make him stand out. So I'm just going to come along, right along this edge with the darker Shy Shamrock. Okay. I'm just doing a little line of it. You could do as much or as little as you want. And that's the cool thing about the blends too, is if you don't get enough the first time, just go back and add a little bit more, because you can build these colors up as much as you like. Okay, so there is my darker Shamrock. Now I'm going to take my light again, and I'm going to come in here and just kind of pull those colors up into this other area. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to come right along the edge where those two meet and kind of swirl it. And that, what that does is it really helps that alcohol blend together. And then we're going to just continue up here, filling in this color with the light. Okay. And I'm doing a real gentle little stroke here. I'm not adding a ton of the light, just a little bit. Pulling it up into that top area. I love to color, honestly and truly. It is, when I get stressed, if I can just shut the door and color any kind of coloring, it makes me happy and takes away so much of my stress level. So now can you see how that worked by pulling the darker in? It kind of just frames him and shadows him, and yet it's lighter still around the top. Now if I wanted to do more, I'm just going to show you. I don't think I really need more, but I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to use the little felt tip edge and go right along, again, one more time, adding just a little bit more dark to it to frame him. And then I don't even think I need to go back over it with the light, because there was enough alcohol still there that it is just blending on its own. Isn't he cute? Oh, loved it, loved it, loved it. Had so much fun coloring these yesterday. And like I said, grab this set while you can for under $10. It is amazing. Now I'm going to punch him out using the 2 3/4 inch circle punch. Just going to frame him evenly if I can and punch him out like that. So now we have our little Santa. And what we're going to do is we're going to make him into an ornament. So let me do a little bit of my stamping first, and then we'll finish that part up. Let me get everything that has to be stamped. So I am going to be using the 'Tis the Season To Be Jolly stamp set, and we are going to put this on the front of our card, and I'm going to stamp directly onto my Designer Series paper. So there's no layer at all. This is a light enough paper and a dark enough ink that it should be just fine. So I'm just going to ink it up very well. Tap, 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 tap. Don't squish your ink pads. Just tap, tap, tap. And we're going to place this down here toward the bottom and centered side to side. Just like that. Give it a firm pressure. 'Tis the Season To Be Jolly, which I think is perfect on there. Whoops, I still need my red. I'm not going to close that up yet. Almost did, but caught myself. And then we're going to take the Be Merry. Now remember, this Be Merry was out of that Christmas label set that is also on the Last Chance list. And I felt it went pretty good with kind of the antique-y looking of this sentiment. And I wanted another sentiment to add to the middle, and the other ones just weren't what I was looking for. So we're going to ink up the Be Merry, and I'm going to place that right below my little bells here. See if I can get that pretty straight and centered. Just like that. Isn't that cute? And then let's do our envelope too, since we have it out. So let's do the Be Merry on there. Just like that. You guys know I don't like naked envelopes, so if I don't stamp it on here, I'm gonna stamp it after I get off, so I might as well just do it while we're here, right? Let's take our Memento ink now, and I'm gonna stamp those same little bells on the envelope. Now, I'm not gonna color them. I'm just gonna leave them, ooh, that could have been a mess, huh? I'm just gonna leave them in the black and white. I think they look lovely on there. Realize if you wanted to, you could color them with the blends, because the blends are permanent, and once they're colored on there, even if the envelope got wet, they wouldn't smudge or smear. But what you would want to do is take a piece of scrap paper and put it inside the envelope before you do that, because that bleeding is going to otherwise come through the back of your envelope. So you could color them if you wanted. In my case, I'm just going to leave it just the way it is. I think it looks great. Okay, let's put this together. We're going to take our cherry cobbler, and because I hate to waste cardstock and it's going to be completely covered up, I am also going to punch a circle out of my cherry cobbler. I'm not using it right now. I'll use it on a future card, but I'm going to set it aside. You probably could almost get two of them out, but I don't want this layer to become too flimsy. So I'm just going to do the one for a future project. And then we're going to come in here with our seal and just go around in the corners of this and add it to the front of our card. And look how beautiful the cherry cobbler and wild wheat go together. It really pulls out how gold that wild wheat is. And I think gold is a perfect color for Christmas. Look on those little bells, how pretty that looks, and that's wild wheat. I know some people didn't like this color when it came out, but I love it, and I use it so much. And depending upon what you put it with, it's going to give you a different look. So with the fall colors, it just looked very much wheatish. With these colors, it looks very golden. I think with spring colors, it's going to pull out more of the yellow tones. So we're just going to take our layer of Designer Series paper now and place that onto the front. Oh, I cut this the wrong size, guys. Hang on while I fix that up for you. Where is my little cutter? Sometimes, especially if I'm cutting my pieces late at night, let me tell you, lots of weird things can happen. So this piece of Designer Series paper was supposed to be 5 inches long. I've got a feeling it's longer than that. It is. So we're going to bring it back to 5 and cut that piece off. Now there was some glue on there, but this should just peel off, and I'm going to throw it, I think, not even hang on to it. Whoops, let me grab this off of there. Now, if you think there's any glue on your trimmer after you do something like that, just go back in and you can take that glue off with some alcohol on a cotton ball. So, okay, now this should work. Let's try this again. Lay this on the front. I was just a 1/4 inch off. There we go. So there is our layer like that. Now what I want to do with this, and I probably should have done it before I put it together, but I didn't, so we're going to go with it, is I want to find my center point. And this is 3 3/4 inches wide, which means halfway is going to be 1 7/8, okay? I'm pretty sure that's right. I maybe should have thought that through, but we're going to make believe that that is right where it's supposed to be, and if it's not, we'll change it. 3 3/4 would be 1 1/2 and 1 3/4 and another 1/8. So yep, that should be right. 1 7/8 should be correct. I'm going to make just the tiniest little dot there so I know where that is. And then I'm going to take my ruler and try to get it as straight as I can using the edge of my card to make sure it's straight. And we're going to come down and make a line. So I'm just using, this is the basic black Stampin' Right marker. It's the new kind with our kind of a felt tip on it, which I love. And I'm just going to come down on my card. I don't really care how far because I'm going to be covering that up, but I wanted to have that line there because I want this little Santa to look like an ornament hanging on there. And it has this line right here that I can line it up with and keep it really straight. So that is very cool, I think. So let's just put some seal on the back of Santa with his little pack on his back full of goodies. And we're going to come in here and I am going to lay that line straight down just like that. And I'm just kind of leaving a little bit of an even border above and beyond the 'Tis the Season. Okay, so there is Santa ornament. And then we're going to add a bow to the top of that ornament. So I'm going to use one of my favorites. This is not on the Last Chance. It is continuing that. This is our cherry cobbler and gold ribbon, which is so pretty and ties so beautifully. And I am glad it is continuing on. It'll be out there on the online exclusives, I'm pretty sure, once the Last Chance and this catalog goes, once this catalog goes away. Let's see if I can get my little loop through there. So once you get your bow tied, then just take some time to twist your ribbon and get it exactly how you want it. Pull it and tighten it, and then pull it back and loosen it again if you need to. I think this is going to work. Let's see. We're going to put that right on there, and I think that'll be great. Let me trim this up a little bit so it's not quite so long on the tails. So I'm going to use my ribbon cutting scissors and come in here. We'll just cut that off, and we'll cut that off. And we're going to place this right here at the top of our ornament. And I'm going to use a glue dot to do that. For most of my bows, glue dots work great. If I'm using twine or something that's really super thin, I might go with Tombow. But for this one, I'm going to use a glue dot right on the back of that knot. I'm going to pull it off, come off of there, little glue dot, and place this right at the top of my little bauble here that could hang on a Christmas tree. Doesn't it look like that? I love it. What do you guys think? Isn't it cute? I just was so happy with these cards when I made them and got them out yesterday. I had so much fun with them. So there is our little bow. And then we're going to add some of our snowflakes. And you could probably use, honestly, any of the snowflakes on here. These copper ones are really going to stand out. The white ones blend in a little bit more, but they're definitely visible. But I'm going to go with the gold to mimic the gold here and the gold of the golden wheat here. So we're going to use gold on here. And I'm going to grab my snips. That's what I found are the easiest way to get these off. And we're just going to grab one of these larger snowflakes, making sure I get the glue underneath with it. And we'll place that one up here in the corner. And then I'm going to do a medium one. So they're all a little bit different designs. So pretty, guys. You can even mix and match your colors if you wanted to on your cards. We'll place this one over here. And then I'm going to come in with one of the tiniest ones down here to the side, right above my 'Tis the Season. And that's our card, guys. This is the card that I am giving away today. Boy, oh, let's put the middle in. I forgot to put the sentiment and stuff in the middle of the card. We don't want to forget that. So let's come in here with some seal on the back of this. And place this on the inside of our card. And actually, when I lay this down, you'll see even more how those bells look so golden using that wild wheat color. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love them and how they turned out. This is the card I'm giving away today, guys. Every comment you give me is an entry. Every time you share me and let me know that, that's an entry. And I will be drawing for this, not tomorrow, but the next day. So you have through midnight tomorrow to leave your comments. Let me pull back the instructions. If you do want to get a screenshot of this, you are welcome to do so. But like I said, I will also be placing both of these items in the comments, excuse me, of this video. So I am so happy you took some time out of your day to be with me today. I hope you liked this project and some of the items and tips that I shared with you today. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win. I would love to have your business. If you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or Stampin' Up! Products, or if you have questions or interested in joining my team, I'm here for you. I'm here to be your creative coach. If you have any questions at all, or if you want to request those catalogs from me, please reach out to me by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com or leave me a message here in the comments and I'll get back to you. I do plan to be here on Tuesday with another fun and creative project. I think we'll be moving on from the Christmas holiday. So I'm not sure what that'll be yet, but it'll be fun. I hope you plan to join me. Same time, same place. Have a great day, everyone. A no stress day, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.